graduates stepping into the workforce, the right resume can make or break their chances of getting that job they want. So joining us today from U Ottawa's Telfer School of Management is Doug Spencer. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me out.
We're so excited to have you here because I am learning some things as well about a resume. So we're going to kind of go through a resume today, and you're going to kind of give us the do's and the don'ts.
Absolutely. So we have a resume here that needs a little bit of work.
It needs a little bit of help this hour.
Certainly
Okay,
does.
so what's the first thing that would stand out to you when you see this resume?
Absolutely. So with our resume, we always want it to be professional.
Okay.
So taking a look here at our email, we're missing what the email would be, and as well, that email is probably one we used back in high school, should be updated.
Doug Spencer Soccer Fund 29. Sounds like a high school email indeed.
Yes, as well as LinkedIn. LinkedIn's become a valuable tool in the job search strategy. You can actually customize that URL to remove those additional characters. So that's the first thing I'm looking at.
Okay, what else speaks to you when you see this resume?
We're looking for consistency with a resume. So right away, I'm looking at these different headers here and how they're not the same. We want them to be uniform throughout, so you're using the same formatting, as well as our dates. We notice here they're not aligned.
Right.
We want a resume to be easy to read for a recruiter so they can find the necessary information to advance you through the hiring process as easy as possible. You'll also notice we're using some different fonts here. We want it to be the same font throughout, size 11 or 12.
Hardly noticeable, but definitely when you point it out, you can see the inconsistencies.
Absolutely, and that does play into your attention to detail that a recruiter might be evaluating.
Okay.
The same would be looking at the name of our organization, or even if we're using acronyms. So an acronym would want to use the full version. Name of organizations, do ensure that it is the correct one. Unfortunately, these detract from the quality of a resume.
Okay, anything on this second page?
Yes, so when we're looking at our bullet points, we're always wanting to use action verbs. My rule of thumb is use one only twice throughout your resume. So we see here developed shows 4 times. We're wanting to show our creativity and writing skills. So get out a thesaurus, check online, there's some great action verbs that can really bolster the quality of your resume.
Okay, great tip.
The last point on this one, references available upon request. Used to be something that we put in all the time.
Every single one of my resumes has had that.
Exactly. However, nowadays, the assumption is you will provide references should you get to that point in the hiring process. So you can use that space to put in more experience and highlight your qualifications.
I love it. You're even helping me out on this resume. I love that so much. Okay, so these are all the points that you would make to change?
Correct.
Okay, now the nice thing is we have the polish, the one that you've kind of gone through and made perfect for us. So what stands out the difference between the other resume to this one here?
Right away we see professional email, professional LinkedIn.
Oh, I could see the difference in your LinkedIn. So you don't have all those numbers and the gibberish beside, you have just your name.
Exactly, easy to find. Our summary of qualifications and the job descriptions that we're providing here correlate back to the actual job description we're applying for. So if we look here in the National Capital Region, bilingualism, very important. We can highlight that in our summary of qualifications. We can also highlight any additional training certifications that we have that support our candidacy.
Perfect.
For our experience, we tailor that to a job description by reading the job description and picking out the competencies and skills that they're looking for and ensuring we demonstrate that with our experience. That's going to advance us through the hiring process. We also can take a look at volunteer and extracurricular experience. Transferable skills are very important in today's world of work. These allow us to highlight skills like leadership, communication, attention to detail, organization, as well as showing we're a well-rounded candidate and an active member in the community. And lastly, if we have additional space available to us with a resume, we can highlight some interests and activities. This provides the recruiter with a glimpse into who we are outside of work, which can be great talking points, during an interview or in networking.
I love that. And you can even see the formatting is all uniform and it really is punchy as opposed to the other one that was kind of a little all over the place.
Absolutely. A lot easier to read for a recruiter. They can find that info they're looking for quickly. And for you as a candidate, hopefully that means you're getting an interview.
Absolutely. And would you use a certain font and size in terms of your font size for the resume? resume?
Great question. So I would recommend those easy to read fonts like your Arials, your Cambrias, Calibris. For the content, thinking 11 or 12, you can go slightly bigger for the headers, but not too big. Space is at a premium.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
pleasure.
And do you have resources available for people who are looking for career help in terms of resume or anything else?
Absolutely. So the Telfer Career Center, we do have a website that has publicly available resources. For students at the Telfer School of Management, they can log into Career Launch for additional help.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Doug, for joining us today and helping us
pleasure.
get our resume started.
Thank
we
you.
love it.